I'm Dwight Stone, like I said, and I'm just going to take you guys through my personal walk with God. When I was about 8 years old, I was at Vacation Bible School, and the preacher was, preaching the gospel, but like the thing that really stuck out to me, as an 8-year-old, I was kind of like, the jittery, never sat still, never really paid attention, pre-ADD kind of guy. So I was kind of like, woo-hoo! So the only thing that caught my attention was, hell's a bad place, and all the bad people are going to hell, those who don't know Jesus. I'm like, what? I was like, I've never really asked God to be my savior, so I was like, crap, I don't want to go to hell. So, I went back when they gave the invitation, and I, prayed the prayer, and it was kind of more of like a fear of condemnation more than it was an actual understanding, of what Christ's sacrifice was. So, it really didn't have a huge life impact on me. I just kind of was like, sweet, I'm safe, got my ticket out of hell, I'm good. So, I kind of lived life as usual. Still chased the girls and, played around, didn't really do much. And I didn't really kind of understand it until I went to a summer camp when I was 13. There was another speaker, and he gave the gospel message again. And that whole week, the messages were kind of like just kind of prepping me for this final night. And it was Friday night, and he just gave the gospel, and I was like, God, I really never really understood, the sacrifice Christ gave. And I was like, I understand, Christ, it was out of grace that, Christ came to me. And so I think it was there that I truly accepted Christ in my heart. And I truly actually understood the whole gospel message. And it was there I basically just gave my life to Christ. And I was, God, I'm your servant. Just do with me what you will. And a year after that, I was baptized. As a public confession of my faith, and everybody was super happy in my church because I grew up in a church, my whole life, and everybody kind of thought I was, saved. It was just kind of like a general understanding. Everybody who's 5 or 6 years old gets saved at VBS, and that's it. But it was kind of cool. They were all very, even more excited because I was a little older, and it was kind of like, oh, I didn't really realize it. So it's really cool. A few years after that, I dedicated my whole life to Christ. I was like, God, I need to do something more with my life. I feel really called to ministry. So could you, just tell me what I want to do? And there's a couple things that kind of added to that. I went on a couple wilderness trips in high school. I went to this place way out in northern Canada and did a couple trips up there, and just kind of like, it's a great time for just some spiritual reflection, and I was just able to just kind of really grow spiritually. It was just me and nature. There's distractions of home, there's distractions of TV, video games, all the normal stuff. And it was awesome. I got to spend a lot of one-on-one time with God. And during these trips, I also read through a few books of the Bible, and it kind of really expanded my my view of God and a view of my place in His world. A couple of books I read were like the book of James. That was my favorite book of the Bible of all time. Just an excellent book. And Romans and even 1st and 2nd Peter just really just kind of like challenged me. Another thing that really added to that was some of the mentors I had growing up. One guy, Tom Lamborn, he really just kind of helped me grow out of that, ADD hyper boy to, really just a leader in my youth group and a leader in, just with everybody in my life. And I was trying to, I grew, in just in courage and in honesty and just maturity in general, just really just growing from being a boy to a man, And that really challenged me. I was like, God, you know what? I wanted to be in ministry, and these mentors have really just kind of helped grow me. I think this is the kind of the ministry I want to get into when I'm older. So I was like, God, this is the way I think you want me to go. So please just open some doors. And after spending some time at community college, getting some gen eds out of the way and stuff, I heard about the student ministry program at LBC, and I was like, God, I really think this is I think you're really opening a door here. So here I am today, and yeah, I'm really just growing even more. So.